अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथग्विधम् विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टाः दैवं चैवात्र पञ्चमम्. So the Lord has enumerated the 5 in simple words. So some of them could be familiar to us. In fact, because we are human beings and because we have been putting ourselves into all sort of activities, definitely we know all about all these 5. But we didn't know that, okay, without these 5 together, nothing can be accomplished. That we might not be knowing. We might think that, oh, one can just act. No, it is not just action. First of all is adhishthanam, the seat or the body. Then karta, the doer. Then the various sense organs of perception, karanam. Then the different functions of various organs of actions, vividha cha prithak cheshtaha. And then finally, the presiding deity as the 5th, Daivam. This word Daivam is very important over here. Okay, the body is mine. I have got this ego, the doership. This is the set of 5 organs of perception which are mine. And then these are the 5 organs of action. They are mine. But what about Daivam? The presiding deity of the 5 organs of action and the 5 organs of perception. They cannot be mine because Daivam is like electricity without which no object can function, right? In the same way, without Daivam, no activity is possible. Now, electricity is not different in different equipments. So also, Daivam is not different in different human beings or beings. But yes, because of different equipments that we have, organs of action and organs of perception, and because of the different kind of quality of ego that we carry, therefore, Daivam appears to be differently in action. But basically, it is not different in different people. So, we should be, as an individual, I must be most responsible for Daivam aspect of any activity. Rest of the 4 are mine, I can misuse them. But what about Daivam? Is it good to misuse that which is common to all? Not really. So one should be very alert and agile about this, the presiding deity of the senses. In fact, we don't even care for that. What are the presiding deities of 5 senses of perception? See, for sound, the presiding deity is space. For what is that? Skin, the presiding deity is air. For eyes, the presiding deity is fire. For tongue, the presiding deity is water. And for nose, the presiding deity is earth. So these 5 great elements are worthy of worship because they are the presiding deities without which no perception is possible. Just think about it. Can there be possibility of sound without space? So therefore space is worthy of worship. I want to hear, but there is no space. How will you hear? What will you hear? What sort of activity is possible if there is no proper space of hearing? What activity of hearing is possible without space? So therefore we have fantastic equipments for acoustics, no? But they won't function if there is no space. We might be more inclined towards the equipments, but we forget that without space this was not possible. So we worship the equipments, but what about worshipping the space? For ears, right? To give pleasure to my ears, I use it indiscriminately. For ears, which is the presiding deity. Space, which is misused by me. Sometimes I use it for good purpose, sometimes for bad also. Based on that, I will act. So also the rest of the four. The great elements are divine and they have to be worshipped because their divinity is conspicuous in every action of ours, because without perception anyway no action would have been possible, and without perception life could not have been possible. But what do I do with this divine aspect, the evam in me? I don't even pay any heed to it because I take it very casually. It is available. Let one organ of perception not function properly and then see how difficult it becomes. Life becomes difficult. You might say, oh, eyes are more important. Then you'll say, no, skin is more important. Then you'll say, no, nose is very important. Then you will say, no, tongue is very important. Then you will say, no, ears are very important. You just can't do without any one of them. Absence of one element will put us in trouble. So, Bhagavan has already told, for all actions. So, a wise man will think, I've got 5 organs of perception, but let me worship the presiding deities of these 5. I must propitiate them so that the available equipments can function to the best of their ability. We have such mantras in Upanishad, no? Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyam Devaha. May I hear nothing but auspicious. O Devatas. Which Devatas? The presiding deity has to be invoked. Bhadram Pashe Makshabhiryajatraha. I have to invoke the presiding deities who are worthy of sacrificial worship, Yajatraha, so that I may see nothing other than auspicious. This ability to see is so precious for us. But what I see depends upon my worship towards the deity, presiding deity. Why? Because if I'm worshipful, then I will be aware and I won't misuse the power. Like, why do people leave the electricity being wasted in the houses? Fans are on, ACs are on, lights are on, and they just move out of the room. Don't bother much about it, because the one who pays for it will value it more. The rest of the family members will not value it more because they won't know how to earn. And the one who doesn't know how to earn will spend indiscriminately. So for him or her, it doesn't bother. it doesn't bother at all. Let it get wasted. But if it is your hard-earned money, then you will be very cautious about it. Even if it is your not hard-earned money, your easy money, then also you will waste, of course. But if it is your hard-earned money, then you won't feel like wasting it. Sometimes you'll say, oh, I have paid for it now, so let it be. Even that is a wrong attitude. Why? Because ultimately I have earned after such a difficulty, and then okay, I have paid for it, but that doesn't mean that I have paid to waste it. No, I have paid to utilize it for better purposes. I can utilize it for better purpose, so why should I waste? That should be the attitude, at least at the common man's level. But as a seeker, I have to be more alert. What am I using? Is my divine ability to hear, to see, to touch, to taste, to smell, and these are the very important parts of any action. But apart from that, the 5 senses, and the 5 senses for action as well, and then of course this ego. But without body also nothing would have been possible. These activities are possible because of body. So now let us understand one thing for sure, that our scriptures never tell us to neglect the body, but at the same time they tell us not to get attached to the body. So how do I take it? So yes, I have to remember the divine in it also. So subtler I go, more careful I will be, less wasteful I will be. At the same time, I won't be attached to any of these. The divine aspect elevates my way of thinking, viewing the world, viewing myself. It changes. Very nice.